Alrighty. So you had a question, Helgrat. How do you make something like, is the color coming out way too bright for you right now? Oh, goody. So to the point of shiny, I have this guy, right? Like you can see he's super shiny. Like you can kind of feel like um you can kind of feel the lights moving around him. Trust me, he's not painted that well. But you can really pick up the shininess of like the everything that's going on, right? Whereas you have this dragon, which is hyper matte. Like there is next to no reflections coming off of him from the paint job. You want that kind of matte? Is what you're asking me, right? And then this guy, who has not been touched by any kind of medium, the color of the paint is the color of the paint. So how I achieved it on this guy? The answer is prime or airbrush with a matte medium or airbrush ultra matte varnish. So this guy is similar and was varnished with an ultra matte varnish along with this guy. So you pick up some of the metal reflections, but you don't pick up a whole lot. Like he's not super shiny. Yeah, that's fine. When you're done painting, paint it up and then varnish it at the end, and that'll fix your problem. That's what I did to solve it. So this guy is shiny because of the paint that was used. Yeah. Just use a matte varnish at the end. Just cover it, and it should knock it straight down. Yeah. Like my Blade the Wolf, not shiny at all. He might be a little bit shinier than I want him to be, just because I used a different kind of lacquer, or I used a lacquer type thinner. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I think I'm going to go back to the AK Ultra Matte Varnish that I used on this guy. But that's what I would do, Helgrat. Because you're getting something that's really shiny like that, right? Like when you look at it under the camera, it's like beyond shiny. And these two were primed with that same matte varnish. Like I switched over to the AK Ultra Matte Varnish. It's so much nicer. That's good. Doing good, Multi. How are you? Welcome in, No Man Man. Um, so Midnight Blue is so. I mean, to me, Helgrat, mixing all of my colors is the fun of it because I don't want anything specific. You've seen the entire process of this guy on camera, and it's been nothing but mix my own colors, literally on stream. A game of League. Okay, be safe. So I need to work on some brown and wood. I need some brushes. Yeah. I feel you on that, Helgrat. I feel you. That's what the wyverns were for me on the weekend. I was like, I just want to slap paint down. I do not want to think anymore. Literally just woke up. All right, no man, a man. Early morning. So, what kind of dark brown do you want? You want a dark brown like this? Like mahogany. Okay. Not quite there yet. That's the mahogany color you want right there. Something like that, right? Da-da-da. Sorry. Sorry about that. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Let me know when you're back, Pilbra, and I will tell you what I know about mixing my own mahogany. Very well. Katra's currently sleeping in the other room right now. Apparently, I make too much noise in this room, so she decided she didn't want to sleep in here. She got her cat treat yesterday by Leyden Ross's, so she's happy. As soon as I said her name, guess who showed up? Guess who showed up? She straight rolled up. Hello, my love. How are you? I did run some updates on the computer, and I was hoping that would solve itself. No, encoding overloaded again on that damn camera. The cat cam is not working correctly right now, so Uh, I saw the short for the end of Green Knight and thought of you, No Mana. I was like, oh, I was wondering if he's watched that yet. Because I need someone that has an understanding of Arthurian lore, or watch the movie to have a conversation with. No, I'm not talking about a super deep romantic lore conversation. I'm just talking, remembrances and observances. And I need to talk with some people, those closest to me, about artsy things. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Are you snaking your way right where I don't want you to be? Yes, you are. Aren't you just a rebellious little tortie? Hmm? How are you, sweetie? Yesterday I went to the pet store and I bought a harness for her. Well, I put a harness in the cart. Let me roll the story back just a little bit. So they had like pretty pink like harnesses and stuff like that I picked up. I picked one up for her because I was like, oh, maybe I can start letting her outside if I keep her on a leash. And we're gonna, just kind of hang out in the backyard a little bit. So I buy two big bags of cat litter, cat food for her. I get out to the car and I'm putting the stuff in the car and I look down on the bottom of the thing. I go, oh, I totally missed handing the harness over to the guy that rang me out at PetSmart. Keep in mind, I spent like $100. Like I spent like $140. There's a part of me that debated whether or not I should take it back in and get it rung up, but I did, and I said, "Hey, we forgot to ring this up." And he looked at me. He's like, "Oh my god, thank you. That's some good karma." I'm like, "Man, I don't need people chasing me down over something silly like this, or me ending up on like some kind of weird police scanner thing because I didn't pay for a small harness." Welcome in, Kristen. How are you? We're having a little bit of a kitty break. Hi. How are you, my gorgeous? Hello. Did you have a good day? Did you have an exciting morning with me? Running around all morning long, being the terror, the meowster? Did you have a good time sleeping in the bed? How are you, gorgeous? I'm glad you're doing good. I saw Death was on and I lurked a little bit in her stream, but I didn't get much chance to talk to her. So I went back in and I paid for uh, the harness because I was like, it's the right thing to do and it's nice. So I haven't tried to get her on it because she has an vet appointment this weekend again to get her blood work redone to make sure that she's fine. She had some weird spikes in it, so we should be good. Given how active you are and how meowy you are, how much you're eating, I believe you're going to be okay. So, but work was work today, and it's just one of those things you do. Smithereen, how are you? Got to hang out on Grumpy Crane stream a little bit. which was nice. No, man is about bouncing about. He just woke up. Kristen's here. I'm sure doing amazing things with that mushroom lady that you were painting on. Helgrat disappeared for a little bit. I was talking to him a little bit about how to mix a mahogany. Osop Malti is bouncing around in the leagues of legends. Oh, that's good. Oh, in other news, it's now Tuesday here. And a week since I had spider juice last. Interesting. What you making for dinner, Kristen? I had leftover pulled pork with some tater tots. My lunch today was rice, lentils, and pulled pork with some quinoa mixed in. I did air fry up some green beans because they were the tasties. What's up? What's up, little Miss Tailflick? Cream tacos. Interesting. What is a cream taco? I'm curious by this. I'm a fine enjoyer of tacos. Heartburn. I'm curious by these cream tacos. I started making my Reaper comp problems. Things I need to take. Yeah, we're very interested in these cream tacos. Can I get back to painting, sweetie? Hmm. Okay. You're getting super spicy tail. And you guys can't hear me, right? Make homemade chili. Add some Velveeta melted. Question. Question. Serious question, Kristen. Serious. When you're making, do you serve this with salsa or no? And if so, what kind of salsa? That sounds delicious. I don't mind that at all. I mean, when I make chili and I do it Texan style, I usually get like the Frito scoop chips and you put some uh put some cheddar cheese in it. Some damn good eating. I my computer had said that a USB device had stopped being recognized, and I was making sure it wasn't the microphone. Thank you. Hmm. Conte sauce. Interesting. I think I know what it's causing the issue, but I cannot solve the problem at this time. Because I think a salsa verde would go great with that, like a green salsa, tomatillo type. Yum 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 yum. Whoa. You're not supposed to be playing this song. Why? Why? I just realized that. I don't. I started singing and I don't like singing. Well, I don't mind singing. I sing in the shower. I don't sing on the internets. That's one of the reasons why I try to find like the lo-fi channels is that I'm less inclined to sing. Um, when music's more of the background stuff. Oh, I talk to myself all the time. Um, I don't trust people that have never had a conversation with themselves. Yeah, that the USB port for the kitty cam is not happy right now. I'll have to adjust that. Post stream. I'll take a look at it in a bit. Yay, welcome properly back. Yeah. I wrote down the timestamp, but it's on the vertical stream when it happened. I had pondered clipping it or trying to do a clip of it really quick without work and posting it in the Kraz Discord, but I was otherwise preoccupied. Or when I went to go look at the clip, I couldn't get the clip to come out, kind of deal. So I needs to look at that on a proper PC instead of a mobile device. You had one hell of a weekend. Yes. Yes. It was so an A24's version. The Green Knight came around every year to mess with Arthur and essentially tried to cut his. I jokingly said, I'm here to cut you once," kind of deal. 18 straight hours. Sir, your liver does require a rest. Or not. I'm not your mother. I'm not your father. I'm just the guy you found on the internet that says, do take care of yourself from time to time. Uh, Not being your mother? Ah, poor father. Yeah. Uh, but in the A24 version, I thought the lore was slightly different because I thought it was a. Uh, at one point, he finds himself in the manners of a person that's always out on a hunt. But I thought part of the reason why the Green Knight was always invincible was because he had a belt of invincibility. Mew 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 mew. Good evening, Belforge. How are you? Currently the webcam for the kitty is El Bustadode. So we are not having kitty cam tonight. Yeah, unfortunately. I had a video encoding error and then the camera kind of stopped. So I think there's something wrong with the USB port it's on right now. I'll need to shift it to a different one. Let's see if that solves my problem. I have multiple paint cams. Um, I could always turn the palette cam into the cat cam, but right now it's unable to do that. So how are you doing, Pale? She might enjoy that. All right, new station is going to be needed. Sorry about that. Keep shifting gears on that. We were just talking about Arthurian lore a little bit, and the Green Knight specifically. I was, I needed someone that I could talk some amount of intelligence of lore with, because I've lost my literacy partner. But I'm doing okay. I survived the workday, didn't kill anybody, didn't bite anybody too hard. Get to paint, and have a stomach full. That was the joke I made. No mana. I thought so from Arthurian legend, like the Volkai or the Volkert version, I think is what the French use or the French wrote, which is kind of what the movies are based off of, or the movie was based off of. Um, I thought the Green Knight was just kind of like a master of hunt and essentially some. At one point, one of the knights in the Round Table, I can't remember if it was Lancelot or Lancelot's brother, the one that was supposed to marry Guinevere but didn't. I don't. Complications or complications. Um, Anyway, during one of the travels, Lancelot gets screwed up, or Geshemir? Something along those lines. It's not Gestalt. Ends up getting screwed up along the way. He finds castle. He hangs out in the castle, and the dude's like, hey, I'm going to go hunt. Castle's free for you to use whatever you want. Just, don't sleep with my wife. Essentially. And the wife, being infidelist as she was, apparently, was like, hey, he's gone for a couple hours. You want to hang out? He's like, no. No, I do not wish to hang out. And she's like, but do you like wigs? And he's like, yeah, I don't really like wigs. She's like, but do you wear wigs? And he's like, don't really wear wigs. So this goes on for a while. And eventually, the knight leaves. And the knight's telling the dude, he's like, dude, trying to get away from your wife while you were out hunting was absolutely impossible sometimes. And he's like, oh, did you sleep with her? And he's like, no, I didn't sleep with her. Or he might have. I can't remember exactly. But because of his honesty, the knight gives him the green belt. He said, oh, by the way, the green belt will protect you from ever being harmed. Oh, also, there's this green knight hanging out in the forest you got to go by. He's kind of a dick. You might want to be wearing the belt when you go see him. And that's kind of how he survives the Green Knight. Because the Green Knight was like a really good warrior. And I think that's how he ended up there. Is Green Knight fucked him up. And then I think the keeper of the keep was the Green Knight as well. Da, 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 yeah. So it was, I was laughing uncontrollably when things started breaking on it, because I was like, you were supposed to be the knight that represents invincibility, yet every time I turn around, something else on you breaks. Something else on you snaps. Yeah! Hello, my Australian lover. How are you?
Emotional damage!
N0 Mana Man requests a dad joke.
Why did the banana go to the doctor? He was not feeling well. Bazinga. Oh my god. Yeah, I've had the same issue. Somehow it gets stuck. Like our company's UK based, so they set all of the default settings to UK. Is this why you're going to miss your deadline? Can I help you? You want to be right there, sweetie? Okay. I put your extra water bottle down just to see if you'll hydrate off that more. Good morning, Ragin, our beautiful. Hey. Hey. Comfy? Hello. Somehow with Katra being on the desk, I muted the actual mic. That's why. So the actual mute on the actual mic got bopped. Instead of it being the software mute that I typically use. Yeah. I'm sitting there, I'm like, why is my mic not going up and down? Crap, can I be heard? But follow our friend Unhinged Feral. They are an amazing painter, awesome person, and super chill. And we like super chill. So I didn't realize this, but when I was typing at Unhinged, there's an unnamed name that pops up. Well, I mean, Unhinged Feral can be chaotic. If they so chose. Because I was concerned that the other you. Good evening, KT. I was just saying that you're a chill person to follow, and that you're awesome, and I. Leighton Rosas. Ragin, she's no longer available for catching. You can't catch her anymore. You can't catch her anymore. She's official. Officialized. Yeah. I wouldn't say through a master ball. They're like throwing the Pokeballs and hoping they stick. Can't catch me in a ball. I need a new KT catchphrase. Catch with ponies. Bum, ba, bum. Wow. Going after no mana like that. Especially when Yab's in chat. That's some serious shots fired. To be fair, Layden's rolls have been pretty not up to par. We have ads coming up. I'm going to refill my tea really quick, and I'll be right back. Wow, Layden actually did not roll like complete trash. Hi. Hello. Wow. Mhm. What you looking at, nerd? Huh? We have the Mew on main cam. They're different pieces of Elden Ring, Tice. Okay. She is no longer interested. Um, they're the expansions, is what they are. So it's Elden Ring, the Limgrave Edition, the main board game, Erdtree Avatar, uh, Weeping Peninsula, and the Flying Dragon Agheel. So that's fine. I had a bit of an addiction for Elden Ring. So when the Kickstarter came out, I bought all of it. Literally all of it. Also, I saw the rules. Looked like no mana. You got pelted with some arrows there. Raging got hit pretty good. The timer caught KT a smidge, and then Layden, I didn't see what your roll was. I have to scroll up and find it. That's a lot of work. Not much. How you doing, Antifreeze? That's good. It was rigged. Tastes funky. Got a bad batch? No. Woohoo! Everything's sorted. That's good. Also, you still out there, Leg? Well, I'm just asking. Usually on Mondays you're playing the D&Ds with your party. Um, well, I mean, she usually stays busy on Monday nights. So, oh, that's no fun, Layden. That's why I was like asking if you were still there. But it can wait till tomorrow. I, $552, and you know where it's at. I mean, that's about what it was like for me to have a piece of pipe replaced in the front of my house that froze and snapped because one of the ProPress fittings failed, which annoys me to no end. So I understand. I understand. I completely understand. About 2 weeks. Layden, we'll have this week and next week for stand frame. And then after that, it's Texas time. Uh, Smiling won't be around either. Yeah, we can move it up. What time do you want to move it up to? You want to move it up to like noon or something? That works. 2 hours. We'll have to check with Smiling. He's not here right now. I don't think he is. Or if he is, he hasn't said anything today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's trying. Excuse me. Thank you. I tried to step away from the mic in time, but the sneeze was coming too fast. No, I had a separate question for you, lady. If you were up to being creative about something. But you also have the catchers in your queue as well. Thank you for that stretch. So, oh, I wasn't expecting that. To be honest with you, no mana. Like things had been quiet, and it got me. All right, you win the chicken dinner for tonight. Because sometimes I see the alert before I hear the alert, so it doesn't spook me. I did not hear this alert. Yeah, it's the sound effect that I have a sound effect on my side as a reminder, so I don't miss things. But when I'm not hearing like a lot of alerts go off in the night, I kind of forget that they're there. Woohoo! All kinds of fun then. I said all kinds of fun then. Thank you for that follow, the Beanhole. How are you? How goes your day? Is it their fifth expansion? I thought they would have had more by now, but that could be just me out of the loop. I mean, I've been way out of the loop for Guild Wars for a long time. I know it's free to play MMO. And I heard it wasn't all that bad. It's just I never got into it. I mean, oh, come back here, Shield. I remember they did a really good job with it back in the day, and it was no joke. My hands are getting a little weird. I'm not used to holding on to things so small. Honestly. I think it was Skelebi I saw one day. Took and wrapped her brushes with like some athletic tape or something, so she could have a little bit more room to grip the brush. I was like, that is a brilliant idea. Aw. You working on your nights again? Antifreeze? This was the bottom of this. It's actually his shield. Um, rather than glue it on, I wanted to paint, so. Stuck it to the wine cork. This was actually the top of like someone had a person that I used to play D&D with like to get a special lager. So they would get it out of a cork bottle. And they were always scared to uncork it, so I always had to uncork it. It was a good lager. It was a good beer. Solid beer. Yay!
Everyone remember to follow at N0Marniman.
Hold on. Yabby! There you go. I helped you out. Yeah. you, for as much crap as we give to Yab, we have to give some back, no matter. That's the rule of karma. We can sass and we can clip as much as we want, but sometimes we have to take what we give. That's the only rule I live by. How you doing today, Kel? A hatch out. Hatch out for your quails or hatch out as a video game thing? Ah. It's all good, Yabby. Welcome back, Layden. Really? They only go in seasons? Or are you separating them completely so it can't happen again this year? Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Makes sense. I just didn't realize it. Mm, to be fair, Ragin, you are a sexy man beast to stalk. We're going to need to get the Ragin stalking story going. Get it in the voice of Steve Irwin. Crikey. Calablobes in the bushes again, stalking me from the distance, talking about their quail eggs. I knew they were there the entire time. Mm. Crikey, that's a wild rage. You don't get to see one too often. Now, we don't want to rush up on the little fella, or he's going to get spooked. And that's when he gets real dangerous. I probably shouldn't try to do Australian accents. Though I will admit, hearing Yab, Lectors, Ragin, Migback, all of you guys do not have like the you're not Crocodile Dundee in the mind. So I don't hear that Australian accent. Can I get a refund on my life, please? Dundee and Irwin are real Alpaca regional accents. Speak the broad Australian accent. Interesting. But then again, there was a time when someone in my life was. Did you ever hear see the joke from Crow and Never when he was talking about the snake charmer? uh Not account for him collecting more weapons than the local armory. I thought he was the local armory. I mean, at this point, well, boys, we need a weapon. Might as well go talk to No Man a Man. Yeah, it's not that bad. uh, Legion practices at 11. Spider douches at noon. No, don't. We got him laughing. Let's keep them laughing, boys. Evening, Enter. How are you? Non-metallic speed painting. Oh, yeah. What classifies speed painting for you? Enter. Dry brush, contrast paint, or is it more of just base coat, dry brush, up your highlights or stipple your highlights up? Ah, I gotcha. You know, Spartacus. No, I am Spartacus. Gods of the Arena was the one before Spartacus actually came to rule Rust there, wasn't he? It was the story of Gaxus or Glaxus or whatever his name was. Yeah. Yep. See? I watched. I watched. That was the one that won the wooden sword and came back, right? Ba-da-da. One of the shields from the gladiator ring or the Romans? Like the tower shield? Oh, Viking shields. So I don't know if you ever watched one of those A&E shows where they were talking about uh, kind of the fictional what if scenarios that sometimes came up. Like the question of who would win a um we got like 10 minutes left, Sweetie. Calm down. Uh one of those real brass ones. Or brass like. Um I had a thought in my head. Slowly started to escape me. Because I run out of yellow on my palette tonight. Which is unfortunate. Oh well. It's a sign of how much yellow I put in everything today. Uh oh, a fictional who would win. So if a samurai and a Viking actually squared off in Japan or the Viking territory, who do you think would win? Believe it or not, the answer was the Viking, which I disagree with. I believe the samurai would win. 8 kilograms. Big difference there. 7 kilograms. One whole kilogram. My word. Yeah. No, no. Down, 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 down. Not right now, sweetie. No. Catra. Not right now. Not right now. I'm nearly done with the stream. Can you go somewhere else for a little bit, please? No, no, no. Itchy face. Gothic plate armor. Yeah, yeah. Can't imagine why. You can't lug that back and forth from the package store? Unfortunately, yes. I do need to go into the office and be coordinated and do that thing tomorrow for the bills. But we will return on Wednesday. And I don't know if I'm filling the villains again or if I'm filling something else. All right, we are going to go raid. Into Lotus Keep. Because I found Smiling Beagle. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm going to drop you off with Lotus K. She is a lovely, very interesting human being. Enjoy her presence. And then we will see our friend Chimera on Wednesday night.